Well, Lisa, what did you learn from the weekend?
Yeah, just when we went away from our contest work and the way we want to move the ball, it was challenging. Obviously, they're a great team. We learnt some pretty important lessons, but one we're already looking forward to this week.
Did it feel more like that you guys didn't play badly, but that Brisbane were just that next level up, or?
Yeah, they were super impressive, but I just think we weren't, on with the way we wanted to play. We're a far better team side than that, and obviously we want to get that together pretty quickly. And they're obviously a really good team that played in many grand finals, so that's where we want to be, and we learn a lot of lessons out of that.
Do you make any changes heading into this game?
Yeah, we do. We'll have training tonight and we'll have to decide on selection and then move forward. But that's an exciting opportunity for whoever comes in as well.
What are the things you're looking for the people you bring in?
Yeah, just to play their role, stick to the way that we want to play, be really hard. Obviously, North are a really good contested team as well. They were really impressive against Port Adelaide, but that's a challenge that we want. We're never going to shy away from that. And we learned some really important lessons from last week and looking forward to putting out a really good outfit again against North.
Where is it that North have an advantage?
They're pretty impressive all over the field. Obviously, we're not sure about where they'll line up, but we can just focus on the things that we can control. And obviously, there's a girl named Garner. She was pretty handy last week, so we obviously need to put a bit of time into her, but not going away from the other players that are really impressive for them as well. Obviously, Birch is down back and Randall up front, so you don't have to look far to find good players, but we're a really good team as well, and I'm excited for the opportunity that it presents.
You go.
With North this weekend, obviously, it's a big physical battle, but how much of it is mental as well? Obviously, coming off the back of a big loss, do you sense a real desire from the squad to turn things around?
Yeah, these guys are super determined. Obviously, last week we've moved on, we've reviewed it, and then today's about opportunity against North Melbourne. So we're a really proud group. They've got so much fight and so much hunger, and I can't wait to see the response this week.
You mentioned the contest being really important, and that was something a few of the girls spoke about as lacking last week against Brisbane. What have you seen on the training park this week, which kind of, when it comes to the contest, which gives you confidence this week?
Yeah, well, we've got fierce ball winners. We just need to get back to that. And when we go away, obviously, it was disappointing. But, you don't have to look far for inspiration inside there. And that's, Ash Mack was superb as well. You've got Turbo crashing in, Gabby Newton and Stanek Kaufman. I mean, the list goes on. We just need to get back to what we know we can do.
Lisa, do you think having a second game at home and then trying to attract a big crowd with no men's game on this week could help, get the team up for a big clash?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need to get the girls up too much. They're really driven. They're a really proud group, as I said. We've been working hard and we're just looking forward to, obviously we've got a fan day this week. We're really excited. The boys will be down, which will be great. They're great supporters of us. We're an all-in team. So there'll be plenty of things that we get to look forward to on field, but there's a lot of things that the club are putting on off field as well.
How much did you feel it last week? Because they seem to, we're talking to Liv, that they seem to grip down one end. Did you feel that energy from that side?
In terms of
the crowd?
Oh, the crowd, yeah, definitely. Obviously, we'd love them, to be bigger and better again this week, and really determined to put on a big show. We've got some great support from our crowd, and obviously we weren't where we wanted to be last week, but we're looking forward to obviously a longer season and how much we get to put our best foot forward.
And we see Gabby in the Indigenous Guernsey. Can you tell us a bit about how that came about?
Yeah, it's so incredible. Obviously, Alicia Jance is a massive part of that, and Gabba will go into it. Obviously, I'm wearing the badge. It's absolutely beautiful. So Gabba will get up and talk about this, but a big part of our week is on that connection and calm, and that's something that Jancy's put into the jumper, and we're really excited because she's she spoke to us during the week and such an incredible person, and she should be so incredibly proud of this jumper. It's absolutely stunning.
Just with North this weekend, obviously they've been so good at this level for so long. Is there almost an aura around them that some teams might see as a negative, that they're they see it as a challenge, but you guys can see it as an opportunity? Yeah,
definitely see it as an opportunity. Essentially, we'll have the same amount of players out there. We're fiercely determined again. We know they're a good side, but I truly believe we're a fantastic side. We just need to get up and running again, bounce back as we always do, and that's something we look forward to against a really good team in North.
Can you talk us through the Guernsey and the story?
Yeah. So obviously a very beautiful design. Alicia Jance, she did the design. One of her big symbolises for the design and things. She said that she liked wanted us to wear it with interconnectedness, and then mindfulness, which is, I guess, coming off last week. It's a really good way to go into this week as well. for Wallula. A couple of the big things that resonated with me with the design was the swirling pattern, and the line she said echoes our ancestors, which is something that I liked it as an Indigenous Round, and as a proud Wiradjuri woman. I think that looking back on our proud history, and then I think about my family, particularly my nan who passed away a couple of years ago, I think it's really nice to have that symbolised through the jumper. Janzi was great. She's been in to talk about the jersey, but she's also been in educating us girls and educating myself about Indigenous culture from, I guess, over the west comparison to the east, what I grew up with, and particularly for herself being a proud Islander woman. So I think that, it's just really nice that she kind of said, this is my design for the jersey, which, there's lots of parts to it, as you can see, which is really cool. But she also said to me, she's like, I just want everyone to wear it and kind of whatever you want to represent from it or what you take from it, she wants everyone to wear it with pride that way as well. But I think one of her main things was just interconnectedness, which I think obviously will help us going into this weekend.
And mindfulness, that's an interesting one as well.
Yeah.
How do you use that in your preparation?
Something that we've actually really implemented into our program this year. We're doing a lot of mindfulness on our big training days. We've got really good support with Rigsy and with like so many people around the club that are very supportive in terms of making sure that we reset, with wins or losses. We want to make sure that we're kind of staying on the same level all the way through. We know where we need to reset, or make sure that we're kind of, grounding back to what we know we want to do, ride the highs of wins and then ride the lows of losses as well. So I think mindfulness is a big part of that, and something that I want to incorporate into my game as well as an athlete, because it's just, particularly as a female athlete as well, there's lots of things that you kind of have to consider within your game that you're trying to with around work and things like that. So taking the time to be looking after your mental health as well as your physical health, it's just as important for us.
How did you come out of the game on the weekend physically and turning it around to go into the North game?
Yeah, good. As Webby said, it was a disappointing loss for us. We did feel it, but I think that everyone is really good at being able to reset. We kind of reviewed, and then we're just like on to the next. We know where we want to improve, and I think the girls do really well at, we kind of all, sit down together, we go through what we wanted to improve on or what we see that we know we can do better with. It was just important that we kind of just reset and on the track on tonight and then on Tuesday as well. I think we did that really well. It just been like, let's turn it around. We know what we want to do now. That's not the way we wanted to play. So,
North Melbourne this weekend is obviously, a big challenge. What's the biggest thing you've taken out of last week which you've taken into this week?
I think that we just want to rise to the challenges that are provided to us. I think that as a team last year, we obviously did really well going into finals, but we kind of just want to be improving within our position within the league. I think that we are those contenders as well, and I think we want to be considered as that. So I think that being challenged by the best teams, it's not something that we see that we should be scared of. It's something that we're all rising to be like, we know we can get there. Let's give them a good fight.
Looked like you played a bit of defence last week as well. How did you find that?
Yeah, good. Freo drafted me or brought me in as a defender, so it was nice to kind of go back to that. It's something that I'm pretty familiar playing with, but I always feel really supported wherever I'm playing on the field, and I know that Webby backs me in for wherever she wants to put me in. I'm happy to do it. Obviously the back line, we've got an elite group, so it was just nice to be back with those girls and then feel really well supported dropping into a role mid-game.
How important is it to get if not a win, a little closer this week? Just given the shortened season, I know there's a lot more. We talk about mindfulness, but there's a lot more pressure on the fact that we have a shorter season than the men's. How important is it to put in a good showing this week? I think for ourselves, we just know that we can do better. So it's more that, it doesn't matter who the opposition is. We want to do better within ourselves and then put more scores on the scoreboard. Obviously Brisbane are a very good team. North Melbourne, we know are going to be a very good team. So if we can just, keep up with them, but stick to our plan, know that we do well. Despite who the opposition is, we want to know that what our game plan, what we do, we know that we can be really good. So it's just like making sure that we can maintain that throughout. Doesn't matter who the opposition is, making sure that we're consistent throughout the season. And obviously that will help running into finals.
Gabby, can you tell us a bit about a band that's coming on Sunday as well? They're playing a couple of songs.
Yes, we're very excited to have South Summit come and play at halftime for us. All the girls are really excited. You see it all social media posts and things like that. And it's just really exciting to have, someone come in, particularly for Indigenous Round, hopefully entertain the crowd, along with hopefully bringing crowds in with the boys coming in and supporting us as well, which would be really exciting. But happy to listen out for those mid-game tunes and hopefully get us through for a win on the weekend.